So then, the home shows were typically an aspirational event. They showcased the latest and greatest that could be and what the future is going to hold. As you look back, some of those things were really cheesy to think about. You know, the home in 1990, when that was back in 1950. But they were also really nifty. They provided a great experience for those that were attending. Now, the shows provide inspiration through on-stage discussions. They also provide the opportunity to network with vendors, quite a few to be exact. So at its very core, the consumer is paying to be sold to. While that value proposition worked really well in the past, the market is changing, and so must the show. Oh, I'm actually ahead. The consumer. Currently, we appeal to those aged 35 to 65, and are represented by a largely female demographic. Those under 50 that come to the show tend not to find anything unique about the show, while those under 35 can't afford to buy a house and generally either rent or live in a condo. So their thought is, why attend the show? Technology has infiltrated every aspect of our life. The need to attend a home show to meet and network with vendors has changed. It's been replaced by digital marketplaces. So why go in person when you can sit at home and get all the same information online? In your boxers if you wanted to. The market, even with our consumer evolving so rapidly, attendance at the National Home Show last year capped 200,000 people. Now that's a big number, but it could be even bigger. When we look at everybody that lives in the GTA, every person that has a space, rented or otherwise, is a potential attendee. To attract these consumers though, we need to think different. That's where inspiration comes in. But what's that even mean? It comes in many forms, can be interpreted differently by everybody, including all of those people in the room here. Folks like Colin and Justin, one of whom's socks are kind of pictured on this show here right now, do a bang-up job of delivering that from the stage. But is that how the consumers interpret it? Are we doing enough? As I mentioned, technology has changed the way that we live. An article I read not that long ago mentioned that students would rather give up sex, TV, and eating out before they gave up their phone. Now, it's hilarious to think about it in that order, but those are our future attendees, and that's who we need to be thinking about. At the end of the day, our shows are a retail experience. The future of retail is also changing. The future of retail will be less about the brand itself and more about the experience. So much so that the experience will become the brand itself. And that's how our shows need to think. We need to be looking at it from the experience. So changing consumers, the evolution of retail, technology, what does all that mean for the home shows? It means that we need to adapt, we need to evolve, and we need to survive, just to become profitable, and to really inspire our consumers. In order to do that though, we need to have a lasting impact on those that are attending. And how are we going to do that? We need to change the expectations of those in attendance. When you come to a show, we want you to expect to have your senses bombarded. We want you to lose track of time. We want you to be amazed, to be inspired, and most importantly, we want you to have an opportunity to play, and we want that to be an expectation. So to do that, we need to reposition as well. We must be seen as an authority on how living is changing. And all of that information that we talk about over the course of the year, at the shows, we need to be the physical manifestation of that information. It needs to be where everything comes together. The shows must also represent how and where we live. We want people to be excited to come to the live event, but we also need to provide content on an ongoing basis when the shows are closed. We have to be relevant throughout the year, not just a one-off time. This one kind of speaks for itself, but Richard does a great job of that. He needs to inject energy, and that's what we need to do. We can't rely on just speakers to give us the energy and to carry the shows through. The shows need to be energetic, they need to be vibrant, they need to have a personality, and they need to have a voice. And that's what we need to do. Now, the foundation for experience is being set for 2015, and there'll be a crucial part to the show as we start to move forward. You won't just hear about the coolest things from the stage anymore. You're going to get to engage with them on the show floor. Now this is Oculus Rift up here, and this is really neat to come and try out. And we'll be doing things like this again on the show floor. Partnerships, we can't do this alone. We need to partnership with organizations that can lend us their credibility and lend us their technology to bring these things to life. People like Sony, Samsung, thought leaders in the industry, We need to be involved and we need to be partnered. A good example of that is Muse. Now this is a really cool headband that will let you control the basic things like lighting in your house by detecting brainwaves. Now if you think about that from the future of technology, if you're in your house and you're cold, this could respond to that and turn on your heater. We're going to be featuring this at the home show in March. So come try it out, it's going to be cool. Conversations will flow as a result of this. If we can provide relevant experiences that can help create a conversation, then we can carry that conversation on throughout the year through solid content and drip campaigns. But at the end of the day, when you come to the show, we want you to dream big. We want you to see things like Muse. We want you to engage with it, and we want you to think about what the future could hold. So not only will you be able to play with things, you'll be able to think about how they'll interact with your life moving forward. We're really going to try to bring out that childlike curiosity that's innate to everyone. So what's that mean for the home shows? The Build home shows are a wonderland of inspiration for you. They're going to deliver immersive experiences that'll leave you wanting more. Essentially, what they are going to be is where living comes to life. So as we kind of move forward into 2015, the shows are going to be a really cool experience. And while we're only laying the foundation, what we have in store for the next 5 years is going to be incredible. And I think they're going to be lots of fun to attend. So if you haven't been before, I really encourage you to come out, because I'd love to hear how your new experience is and how we can do even better with it as we kind of get towards the end of it. Okay? And that's it.